So my name is Jeff Schafer. I actually started my Thrive journey long before I even knew what Thrive was. I found myself kind of in a really bad spot back in about 2018. And I was out of a 20-year marriage. I was finding myself single and alone for the first time in my life at 38 years old. That was a very terrifying experience for me. A lot of guys go through things that are terrifying and crippling, and they don't talk about it. Because what we're taught is to keep it quiet. Keep it moving, you know? Put your head down and just keep doing what you're doing, and no one's gonna, they can't judge you if you don't talk about it. Well, that's what I tried to do. I put my nose down, I worked my ass off, and I tried to really do what I needed to do to support my kids. I have 2 kids. And I struggled a lot. I struggled just like everybody else has struggled. I couldn't keep my bills up. I couldn't put food on the table. I was really, really hurting bad. And so I thought the same thing that most guys do is I'll just get another job, get another job, get another job, work harder, work longer. And I found myself doing it so much that I didn't know where I was going with life. I didn't feel like I was getting anywhere that I wanted to be. And so I actually found network marketing, and it was by chance that I actually felt in a place where I was strong enough to actually do it. So it was all about timing for me. Well, I started trying to find the confidence that I needed to do what I needed to do because I had been taught for a long time that I wasn't worthy. I wasn't good enough. What I had to say wasn't important. So even just being on this stage today kind of further solidifies the fact that it doesn't really matter where you come from. You can go wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do. So throughout that marriage, throughout my life, I was sort of put in a place where my words didn't matter, all my accomplishments didn't matter. I worked so hard that I was really the only person in my family that achieved anything because I just wanted to prove to everybody that I was worthy of support and everything that comes along with that. And when I finally did my first Facebook Live, when I first did my first post about my story, it was terrifying. Again, I was back in that place where I was just not ready to do the things that everybody said I needed to do. But once I did, and I got the respect and encouragement that I needed, I felt empowered. Dennis mentioned purpose. Men struggle with that, finding purpose, feeling like what they are doing matters to the world and to the people they care about. And so when that validation came, I felt like, okay, now this matters. Now there's something that I'm doing that actually not only just matters to me, but matters to other people. And so that father in me, that person who really wanted to support others, really started to grow. And so through my experience with my other company that I was with before, I actually built relationships that I never thought I could ever have with people all over the country, and as a matter of fact, all over the world. This gave me a reach that I never even thought I could have before. And so back in 2019, 2020, I met this guy here. And Ryan and I connected by chance, just like many of us do. And there was just an instant connection that I just had to explore and know more about this guy. And we just got to know each other. Well, as things happen with life, you kind of go your separate ways, you go your own path, but we stayed in contact. So building relationships and actually having meaningful connections is really what kept me involved in network marketing because I stepped away for a long time, actually, for a couple of years, and I still stay in touch with a lot of people who I value in my life. And so all I can say is that if you are struggling with connecting with men, or anybody in general really, is just develop a relationship. Get to know them. Ask them questions and really show that you're interested in what matters to them. Because that's what kept me involved. So when I found myself ready to kind of come back out of the closet, so to speak, I found myself connecting with Ryan again because I trusted him. Right. I trusted him. I believed in what he believed in because we had a connection that was just so real that it didn't really, I felt like he knew me. He really knew who I was. It wasn't just about a sale for him. It wasn't just about another number for him. It was really about knowing me. And so when I decided it was something that I wanted to do again, it was a no-brainer for me. Honestly, I didn't even care about what the products were. I just knew that if he believed in it, I was gonna believe in it too. So that connection is so important. So please build those connections and don't forget that they really, really want to matter to you. I mean, guys, trust me, we all can smell BS a mile away. So if you feel like you're just placating to us, we're gonna see that and we're just not interested. So, all I can say is, the other thing is, guys have specific interests that maybe generally women can't always know what we want to know about. So spend time doing some research, spend time having some conversations with people who are in your life. Every woman in this room has a man in their lives. Whether it's a brother, a friend, a neighbor, okay, anybody, you have somebody in your life and you care about them, but do you really know what they care about? Have you asked them what's important to them? That's what you want to be sharing. That's what you want to be showing, is that you care about what they care about. Because you do, you just may not know you do. So keep in mind that when you're posting, when you're sharing, when you're connecting with people, you really need to know what they want to hear. And not necessarily say what they want to hear, but talk about the things that are important to them. Open up the conversation. Because that's what keeps me interested in other people's content, is whether they're talking about things that matter to me. So I'll hand it over to Ryan, but that's really, it's about connections and maintaining them.